The following podcast contains real reviews and the ridiculous reactions of two would-be oracles of the internet. The opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Seriously.
Hello and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Welcome to the podcast. It's a podcast about the internet. It's about internet reviews. It's about comedy, internet culture, subgenre tapped on sometimes. Mm-hmm. If the audience is well behaved, sometimes we talk about internet as a culture, but usually we're just funny. Almost Halloween, so
almost.
Yeah, these reviews are going to be pre-spooky this week. I hope you're looking for that. The ghouls are gathering their energies to make their ectoplasm manifest. And maybe we'll help them out a little bit with reviews this week.
One of my favorite ghost sounds is the wail. Such a good ghost sound.
Yeah, I'd be making that noise if I was a ghost for sure. Like you're on a tilt-a-whirl that's going like a little too fast or something. Carnival ride.
Scooby and Shaggy are riding the roller coaster, and they hear, like, I know it's a good one, Scoob, but it's not that scary.
Zoinks! Run away.
Yeah.
I think I like the shriek.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Like the ghost being evaporated from the existence, like last, and then fades away so fast. Okay, do you want to do a review? I can start too.
Oh, please start.
Okay, we're gonna bring the energy this week. I have a short review from Amazon for Monster Rehab Wildberry Tea plus energy, iced tea drink, energy drink, 15.5 ounce, pack of 15, package may vary. It's Monster Rehab, which I think just is extra. It's extra vitamins in it.
Okay.
Only 4 grams of sugar. That's better than this coffee I'm drinking. So let's hear it from Jessica Wood. She titles her review, Bring It Back, which her review is, though it is listed under the Wildberry Rehab, hers is specified flavor name Watermelon. She writes, every time I love something, you discontinue the flavor. You're killing me, my guy. Broken heart emoji 5 stars.
Maybe what's killing you is your consumption of energy drinks?
Yeah, maybe. The amount of people were happy that they could get this on subscription.
Oh, no.
It's a little worrying. And I do have probably equivalent of an energy drink a day. If I don't have an energy drink, I'm getting that caffeine elsewhere. But, and it does, the convenience store, the vending machines, they do get to be a little much. But at that point, you got to start mixing your own stuff, I think. You got to start getting the pills, putting it in some water. You got to start, being conscientious.
I guess dramatic irony aside, the whole being pained to death by not being able to get your watermelon drink and consuming something that might give you a heart attack. That aside, do you really think like your bro at the Monster Factory is just scrolling Amazon and be like, peeps are calling out to me. I got to do them solid.
We got to get this back to production. We got to tell them.
Bro, we're killing them, bro. Boss, bro.
The thing is about discontinued flavors is companies do usually have a social media team who's, getting this data together. Like, there's so many people have been chatting about watermelon. Oh, this was trending on Twitter or whatever. But if it was discontinued, that was not financially viable. Not even close,
Yeah, there's a million ones that died. You didn't even know about it because you didn't know it existed in the first place.
Right. Like it's people, just not enough people bought it. It's not, they didn't like discontinue it thinking like everyone hates this. No one will buy this. It's like, we didn't hit the the 18 to 25 demographic quite as hard. Look, the sales number are lagging here. It's just not making up for manufacturing in the fourth quarter. Like, all that stupid shit is what they're actually worrying about.
Yeah, not the people who bought this are idiots. Let's punish them.
We made big mistake putting this watermelon on the market. We got a bunch of idiots buying our products now.
No.
Hit him with the wild berry tea. That's a more refined, a monster for a refined palate.
Ugh, it's wildberry tea. I think I missed the tea part the first time.
Yeah, I think it's definitely supposed to be like brisk, but caffeinated. They're trying to steal that brisk market.
Yeah, that and the Panera charged lemonade.
I should have charged myself up with some lemonade. I was looking at the numbers on there though, and was like, this is killing people. How much were they having? It was like the amount I could take to the face, and probably, I knew I'd be confident I could sleep that night. But I guess if I had 5 of them, then I would probably go crazy. But who's having 5 large lemonades?
Yeah, you can't just gulp that down.
No, I couldn't even do that in a day if I tried. But I wanted to try it, and I saw the numbers, and I was like, that's chump change. I think it was just literally the ladies who go with their fill their 2 gallons jugs up every day at Panera.
Right. They got the lines marked on the side.
Yeah, they can pretend it's water, but it's fucking just fructose corn syrup. Do you have a review?
Yeah, as long as we're talking about unhealthy consumables. I almost went here last week, but I'm going here this week. I got a couple Google reviews for Burger King. We are Madison area. In any case, I got a Google review from Sam Samson. Sammy Boy writes, I was driving on East Wash, wanted some BK. Couldn't tell if they were open, so I looked BK up on my phone. It said they were open 24 hours. So I pulled in the drive-thru. This guy said hello. I said hello and asked, you're open 24 hours? He said, yeah. Why? And I thought that was strange. Took a long time with my order. I went back a day later and ordered, and when I arrived at the pickup window, I was rolling my window down to get my food, and the same guy was like, quote, hurry up. 1 star.
You've heard it all before, but I'm gonna take the fast food guys side, right? Square one here.
Yeah, this is so bizarre.
Yeah, he answered the question in sort of a cheeky way, but isn't that sort of a dumb question to ask? He said hi.
Yeah, the employee greeted you. That generally.
As soon as we lock up them doors for the night, I'm not going to the damn window to greet an employee. That's asking for a whole conversation that I don't want to have.
Sorry, we're closed. I can't say hello. It's not my contract.
Right now, I am being paid to clean and to leave and go home to my family and sleep. Not to say hi to you, buddy. Goodbye. I'm already giving you so much of a courtesy. Just acknowledging your existence, you putrid weekly Burger King slime.
Yeah. If it's that late that you're not sure if they're open and you gotta check, there's 2 people there. And
yeah.
Just order, please.
And what fast food restaurant does not turn off its lobby lights when they're running the 24-hour drive-thru? Do you have a house, bro? Do you leave your lights on when you're not using the room?
Just confused. Just too confused.
And then I love the hurry up with the window rolled down. And who doesn't roll up to the window pre-rolled down, bro?
You already yelled out your window to order.
Yeah.
Ooh, so chilly out here. Better roll back up for the 30 seconds it's going to take me, if that, to get to the pickup window.
Right. Maybe if I'm waiting in line, yeah, I'm rolling that window back up. But it is rolled down and ready to receive the goodies. I'm not going to be the guy holding up the whole logistical operation, you know? It's on the customers even more than the employees to keep that sort of system going.
You know you're on deck, so prepare yourself.
Right. You're in the batter's hole, bro. You got to swing around the stick with the donuts around it.
Oh, get warmed up a bit.
Yeah.
Get ready to reach and grab your sack of food.
Oh, yeah. I'm visualizing, what's going to happen in the window.
You cleared out your cup holder of old napkins and change and stuff.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
The food's going to go on the cedars and going to warm my lap up all toasty. What am I going to do here?
Yeah, We've said it 100 times before. Review Party faithful know this conversation, but it's just giving he's never worked a real job before. Imagine working at a factory and you're like on an assembly line. And you're like, I don't know, your job is to screw a bolt on this one thing. The assembly line's gonna keep going, bro. You can't, it's not waiting for you to roll down your window.
I do have another take on this Burger King.
Let's hear it.
It's not necessarily a different take. But this comes to us from Nick Webster. Nick writes, this little shit operating the drive-thru thought he owned the place. My pregnant wife ordered a junior Whopper, then decided to add bacon and cheese. This little middle school looking guy told us no. Straight up no. We were speechless. We eventually convinced the ad and pulled up. At the window, this effer thought it was appropriate to lecture us on how to order a burger at the drive-thru. Told us, from now on, we need to say our order correctly the first go-around or we won't be served. Then refused to give us our food until we agreed. Kid needs a reality check. 1 star.
I don't know. I have a very little confidence pulling up to a Burger King that things are going to go A+.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's running his fucking drive-thru like a drill sergeant, man. I bet this Burger King smacks.
Yeah, I mean, I have not worked frontline Burger King or food service of any sort, but I can understand that if you're like, your burger fry shake deep and you want to go back and change something from the first thing you told me. I don't know if the system can handle that.
Just speaking from that experience, guy in back, it's just him, a shitload of burger orders on a crappy little black screen that is real time punching in the order as the cashier punches it in, right?
Dang, okay.
So a lot of times when you get the no pickle, let's say the no pickle and it comes with pickles situation, 9 times out of 10, honestly, it's because the guy saw a cheeseburger. He's got 37 other shits to worry about, and he made a cheeseburger like he makes it 100 times. And then it just so happens that a second after he looked at the screen, the no pickle came up, just because it's, conversational.
Right, dang.
So that happened a lot when I worked at A&W is, they would, towards the end of the order, when you repeat it back to them, they say, oh, actually, I want a no pickle. Then you punch it in. Burger's already made, man.
The check is in the mail. Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't, I don't blame the guy in back. I don't blame the cashier for not being fast enough. I don't even blame how the order is. That's just life, Sometimes you don't double check if there's no pickles on the hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking before you leap. It's looking before you leap, and then mid leap the rules change. Except the leap is a cheeseburger.
Yeah, this guy is he is livid. What I was going to say is he got around Google censors by making the S a dollar sign so he could curse violently.
And as long as we're touching on where you should properly channel your complaint, those little do a survey, win $500 surveys on the back of the receipt, their manager is looking at that, man. If you really have a complaint, don't go to the town crier Google reviews and fucking whine to the just to the nothingness. Yeah. Just go and say, hey, I'm not sure the kid in the drive-thru is doing things right.
He's got a little bit of attitude. He's a little middle school looking punk.
And if the manager thinks he needs talking to, he will. If the manager taught him to be like that, Then he'll get a pat on the back. That's life. All right. King of Burgers. Why don't we go do some King of Combat?
Ooh.
This is an Amazon review for the movie. This isn't, it's not a Halloween movie, but it's got some aesthetics of it. Mortal Kombat. The film from, when did this bad boy come out?
Like the newer one? Or
no, we're talking 1995.
Ooh. Yes.
And actually, the listing actually lists the director, Mortal Kombat by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Okay, let's go.
And probably because there's not a lot of A-listers, although... Well, man, who plays Liu Kang in that? I'm looking right now. I gotta put some respect on his name. Robin Shou, dude. He's an A-lister in my heart. Robin Shou kills it. Bring him back as old man Liu Kang. It would be sick. Enough gushing from me. Let's listen to old Jeffrey C. Hutchinson. Wrote this review in 2014. Titles it, Loved It, not just for nostalgic reasons. They write, I loved it, not only because it brings back memories, but characters were excellent and the plot is actually brilliant. Street Fighter was terribly done, so definitely do not assume you won't enjoy me if you didn't enjoy the Street Fighter movie. I remember Mortal Kombat, movie, being very good as a kid, and honestly, it's just as good, if not better now. The music, out of this world phenomenal. The tourney style, the gore, even the humor had me laughing with some Johnny Cage jokes. It brings you into the game and is perfectly accurate. Well, perfectly accurate, while also bringing characters into the story at the perfect rate and times. This movie gives you everything you want. The only way you won't like this movie is if you've never heard of Mortal Kombat. Then, of course, do not watch. I feel bad for you if you weren't a part of that era. If you are an MK fan or even a past fan of this movie, it is a must-watch. It will knock your socks off 5 stars.
Okay, yes. Yeah, everything I want. This movie's going to give me a back rub. This movie's going to make me laugh and cry.
Wife and kids.
Yeah, a dog and a picket fence. But only if I do like Mortal Kombat because I'm born in that era.
Man, you got to feel bad for people that weren't born in that era, man.
May God have mercy on your soul. So help me, if you watch this movie and you weren't born in the Mortal Kombat era, the MK era, woof.
We need the before and after face pictures, like watching this movie, never having touched a Sega controller, watching this movie after having touched a Sega controller. Big old, just stoked, fired up.
Oh, yeah. There's something about Sega controllers.
That's true. The Sega and SNES era controllers definitely make you understand why some people call controllers paddles.
Yeah.
Hit you with the pass me the paddle. And the sort of boomerang flavor. But yeah, obviously I brought this review just because he is loving it. He is really loving this movie. And I even think this is a good movie. The comedy made him laugh. The music, out of this world, phenomenal. I mean, this is the movie that made the Mortal Kombat. So maybe maybe this guy's winning me over. Maybe he's right. I'm
trying to remember. Is this the one where there's some like big golem guy with one eye, maybe, and they kick him in the nuts?
Yeah, that's it. Goro is in this one. Four-armed claymation guy.
Yeah, that must be what I'm thinking of.
And Johnny Cage fights his way up the mountain.
Yeah.
And they're, it's just like mist and clouds, and they're on like this ledge. And Goro breaks his glasses, his cool celebrity Hollywood sunglasses. And he's losing the fight prior to that. But then he gets that guy broke my sunglasses power up. Does the signature Johnny Cage nut punch.
Yeah.
And then he falls off the mountain.
Yeah, that I vividly remember, just like through the fog of a dream of the mid-90s, being at my neighbor's house, watching that scene.
You know what probably also stuck with you? The Scorpion versus Johnny Cage scene in the woods.
Oh.
where they're running through the woods, and it's the like, the forest where all the trees are in straight lines, like a grid around you.
Mhm.
And Scorpion has the snakes come out of his hands to chase him around.
They don't make them like this anymore.
They really,
Kids.
literally, and say what you will about how cheesy this movie is, and say what you will about us making fun of this guy who is a little too into it, but all the stunts and martial effects in the martial arts in that movie are real. For every crappy like snake comes out of a guy's hand and chases him around the forest 3D effect, there's like 20 actual very good like stuntmen fight scene effects.
Guys flying 20 feet in the air with flying jump kicks.
Oh yeah.
Blasts of fire and God knows what.
There's that scene where Sub-Zero throws some water and freezes it midair and busts a guy open. Oh man. Even the sequel that is even more hammy is also like sick for many of the same reasons.
Is that the one where there's like, it's like the mother and she's like evil mother?
Yeah, Sindel's in that one, the long hair screaming banshee lady. Yeah. Jax is in that one, Metal Arms Man. They're doing animalities in that one, in the second one, where they turn into animals and shit.
Ugh.
You want to talk about good bad CG fights. Motaro's in that one. These are good movies. Nightwolf. He's teaching about his animality.
I really appreciate how the reviewer appreciated the pace at which characters were introduced.
It does seem like a vapid thing to care about in a movie, but you kind of, I don't know.
When it's like a movie based on a fighting game that has a fighting roster and you're expecting to see all these characters, I get it.
No, linking about it, they do very carefully sprinkle in a world of like, I'm comparing this to the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is just like treats these objects in these worlds, these characters, just like something to be shown like off at like a Disney ride. Like, oh, look at this great sculpt of Donkey Kong we did. Okay, bye, Donkey Kong. Oh, look, it's oh, wow, it's the Rainbow Road. Okay, bye, Rainbow Road. Like, yeah, there is sort of an artisanalness to like, yeah, we put a guy in a yellow robot suit, and that's fucking Cyrax, man. Yep, he's going to be doing a cool fight scene. He's going to be shooting acid webs out of his fucking robot suit. It's going to be everything you want. No, I think I always held that these were like, in a time where we were growing up, where every video game thing that wasn't a video game, like every video game movie and TV show, was trash. To the point of people writing off before it came out, where now people are like begging for the next Netflix slop production to ruin their favorite IP.
God, yeah.
In fact, I always held that these were good ones. It's definitely better than the Doom movie.
And even that, well, the end of that's fun.
That's the thing. Doom is like, the Doom movie was worth it for that 5-minute clip at the end of the movie that you can just watch on YouTube.
It didn't know what it wanted to be, I think.
Yeah, I think they thought they had to make a Hollywood action Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And to be fair, maybe ahead of its time. Dwayne was king of the slop right after that. All right, I think we're going to go get sloppy on a little break here.
Slop up. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, neighbors, enemies, villains, psychopaths, serial killers, welcome to the second half of the episode, and welcome to the place where you belong if you are a psychopath, serial killer, or a friend or neighbor, because where are we going? We're going to Craigslist, where we're all part of the community. We got some unfinished business there. The slop has been re-slopped. and you know what that means? We gotta dredge the slop swamp.
Craigslist is actually probably one of the scariest places on the internet, if not the scariest.
It really is. It's just unsettling.
Real humans being vulnerable and creepy and all of the above.
Yeah, when I saw the name of my suburb on a misconnection, I just got like, there are people around me who do this?
Imagine reading a perfect description of yourself and what you were doing some Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Anyway, I've collected a fair amount of misconnections, and then I think we jump into just the general posts. Yeah. Okay, I will note when we make the switch. So, starting out, Chicagoland misconnections, title Grocery Store, Oak Forest. We were staring at each other across the fruits and vegetables. You were the younger female, and I was the older male. You grazed by me and gave me a wink. Should have gotten your number.
Now, see, we just said it was creepy. This is Valiant. This is a younger male looking for an older female?
The opposite.
Oh, never mind. I take it all back. This is creepy. This is terrible. Do not,
this is just,
bro.
Yeah, this is standard. Just to set, for anyone who wasn't aware of what this is like, this is your garden variety misconnection.
Yeah. Some
we were at the grocery store together.
They're hoping, like, beyond hope that this woman he creeped on was just creeping on him back.
The way he described, you grazed by me. Like, did you, like, put your body up so she would have to try and slide by?
Oh, that's a classic move.
Just to get to the organic lemons or something? Ooh.
Man spreading as flirting.
Yeah, I take a pull out of space here. Yeah.
Yeah, I was so in your way that you had to bump into me. It was really romantic.
Did you feel my firm toned body? Yeah, I do. I hit the weights. I don't hit women though. Yeah, I don't do that.
Anyway, so yeah, you were getting fruit. You like fruit?
I like fruit too. Hey, what's the chances?
Yeah, connection. Consider the connection missed. So let's get back together.
This one's a bit different. We have post titled "Two Men Meeting, Lincoln Park." We met at a convenience store. I was buying cigarettes, and you were waiting to buy a lottery ticket. I could see you were staring at me, and when I started to leave, you commented on my shoes. Too many people, so I mentioned you should check Craigslist missed connections tonight. Hope that's happening. You were too handsome.
Oh, wow. That's a move. That's a crazy move. We don't have time to trade numbers. Check Craigslist misconnections.
That, man, if I were a single man and just like in the verdant fields of single Chicago, and I saw some lovely lady, and I was like, man, I feel like a connection on this L train right now. I don't know if I have the guts to say anything, but she goes to get off the train, and she's like, hey, check misconnections. It would be an instant That's so weird.
Oh man, yeah, it's a scary thought, like you make a connection with someone. This one there is an actual misconnection. Usually it's just I creeped on you, did you notice?
Yeah.
This one seems like they actually had a hit it off, right, and want to make sure they connect. But
yeah.
Come on, man. I don't know.
Like, are you in such a hurry? You're buying cigarettes. You went out for cigarettes. The proverbial going out for cigarettes. I don't think there's a time limit on that.
Whoever is waiting for you post cigarettes is not going to ask about that extra minute. They're not going to grill you about it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you meet someone and they're like, here's my gamer tag, look me up.
Hey, I'm going to be playing Call of Duty tonight at about 6 o'clock. PC version, so hope you have Steam. See you later.
Just so weird. And from weird, we get weirder. This one. Title, You, Honking Furiously on Irving Park by Eris. I'm in the left lane heading west at corner by Eris. No other cars driving this direction. I am going to do a U-turn to head east at a street that's one way, so couldn't turn properly. Yes, I am a little in the wrong here. You are driving in my direction and lane and start honking furiously. You pull up right behind me and sit on the horn. You go around, finally, throwing your hands up. You looked like a washed-up and crazed former TV news personality. I have no idea what your problem is, but you need help. You could have and should have just gone around. There was nothing stopping you other than a lack of common sense and rage. In its own fucked up way, amusing. Full stop.
This makes me think, man, people are so uncomfy these days. Being wrong and being called out for being wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Did this person overreact to you making a mistake on the road? Sure, everyone was safe. No harm, no foul. It's kind of how I think about it. But just hold that. Since when has, like, a stranger getting mad at you on the road been, like, post-worthy? Like, since when has that been a thing that, like, you need to get out of yourself so bad you just gotta, like, fucking put it on Craigslist or something? Like, tell a friend. I don't know. It just seems like the most unhealthy outlet for those sort of feelings.
Those moments, you just need to sigh and be like, okay, I was an idiot, but nothing happened.
I was an idiot. That person overreacted. Your life goes on. You'll never see them again. And that's the good part. And yet you're, like, demanding... You're continuing the interaction of the uncomfortable interaction. You're, like, making it happen more. Just forget about it. You shouldn't remember that shit more than a week. Like, come on.
Move on. That's what I think this person in St. Charles needs to do. They title their post, but we both shop at Meijer. And write, early Friday evening we met in the Meijer grocery aisles. I'm a senior. And was in one of those pokey go-karts with a big basket in front. You were a tallish, slender guy, late 20s or early 30s. You helped me by reaching a product from a high shelf, and later lifted a heavy soft drink multi-pack into my cart. We chatted as we seemed to be following a route. We talked about the change in seasons, the price of things, elections coming, and the incessant number of political text messages asking for political action. We did not speak about women's undergarments, sexual positions, Bette Midler, or Cher. Nonetheless, I sense that you are as gay as I am. Our ages are too different to consider anything but friendship, but if you'd consider coffee or dinner sometime, I'd enjoy seeing you again.
It's kind of sweet.
It's kind of, yeah.
I wish he had thought to say something like that in the moment with his own kind words instead of an awkward misconnection, but... You know, it sounds like the buddy saw a friend and was sad that the friend was lost.
Yeah, particularly someone with limited mobility.
Yeah.
And get out as much. Well, just go back to Meijer. That's where the magic happens.
Meijer, it's a hotbed of finding upstanding gay men who will lift soda for you.
Okay, last misconnection. Title, I Love You at Red Light. Elmhurst. Stranger. At a red light, you looked over to me and said, I love you. I said it back and you laughed. That interaction made my day. If you see this, send me a message. So I know it's really you. Tell me where this happened and describe both you and myself.
Nah.
Like, no.
I don't think I will.
Okay. Well, no, I have one more misconnection. Cool.
Let's go. No, I want to hear it.
Okay. This one grabbed my attention. It was a misunderstanding. I guess it's a band, the name of a band. The band's name is Pissed Jeans. So the title of the post is Pissed Jeans Long Shot. I was like, well, okay, interesting. You were at the Pissed Jeans show on Sunday, 9/29, taking pictures with an old digital camera. I accidentally elbowed you, then awkwardly waved to apologize. You're cute as hell, and I should have said hello, but didn't want to be weird. So I'm doing this, which is even weirder. I feel like we've had this sort of message before, where if you realize you're being weird, Maybe just delete the draft, right?
It's he said the punchline I was gonna say, so you did the weirder thing, but like it's even worse to acknowledge it, right? Just like try your best to be sincere. I don't know. Even if you feel you gotta put yourself out there and do the weird thing to make something happen, just make it as sincere as possible, not footnoting it with I am weird. Yeah,
that's a good call. Because then what do you put in their head? Not, hey, nice guy looking for me, apologetic guy looking for me, but guy who may be a weirdo looking for me.
I was weird. I'm sorry, but let me double down and acknowledge the double down, which is almost a quadruple down.
Speaking of weird, we're jumping into the general posts. I've only got a couple here, and they're much shorter. This one's just titled Milk. It says, I currently have an oversupply and have been looking for moms, etc. to buy. If interested, please reach out. And there are 3 pictures of, I assume it's breast milk. And giving away breast milk on Craigslist. This would be one of the more unsettling things. For me, anyway.
Yeah. You gotta go. That's just...
There's got to be Facebook moms groups for that.
Right.
You're going to find the wrong type on Craigslist. That's the thing.
What is Craigslist notorious for? The wrong type of people.
The wrong type of everything.
And I've sold things on Craigslist. I've never, met any weird... The guy who bought my air conditioners was a little weird, but like, not in that type of way. He was just a funny redneck guy. But... yeah, I don't know. That type of thing. Like, hey, I have these feet pics laying around. Do any foot doctors want them? I post on the public anyone can go to website.
No.
No.
Yeah, don't do that to yourself. Here's a post titled 1959 Cadillac. They write, I'm very interested in the 1959 Cadillac.
Yep.
I would love to drive one someday, perhaps a mile or so. I will pay for this experience in cash. If you know anyone that might be interested, please let me know.
It's just...
I guess it's a simple pleasure, but...
Yeah. Facebook group. Car shows, man.
Yeah. Somebody would be stoked to take you around in their hot rod.
Definitely. Those car show dorks. Maybe they might be a little weird about you driving it, but hey, make buddies with one. I don't know. Sounds like this is the sort of thing you want. You're craving community, and you just can't. You're barking up the wrong tree, buddy. There's so many trees, and you're barking up the grossest, most gnarled, like feces fettered tree in the whole forest.
All right, I've got 2 more. Do you want the filthy one first or the filthy one last?
We'll do filthy first.
Okay.
Let's slop it up a little.
This one is titled Thank You with a thumbs up emoji. They write, to the blonde at 7-Eleven in the white leggings and the light up butt plug. You made my day. Heart, heart, heart. So, yeah.
Chicago.
We'll just end it on the end one. I'm glad we saved this one for last. After having read that. This one's just titled Checkers, Chicago. And they write, anyone remember that game Checkers? I have an old board if anyone is interested in playing. Let me know. I'm near Marquette Park on the south side.
Oh.
Do you remember Checkers?
I don't recall. Now that, you know what? I do not recall anything about that. Please. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but I'm sure you're with me, audience. Bro's got to go to the retirement center. There's so many people that want to play checkers there. And honestly, even if they're a young person, they should go to the retirement center and ask to play checkers. There's so many people who would love to. All right. I'll get us out of that swamp, eh?
Waiting out.
Thank you for the list from Craig. Consider that business finished for the week. It'll stock back up. Gathering my power here, I have some reviews from rateyourmusic.com. I like rateyourmusic.com. This is a review for the Misfits album Static Age.
Okay.
I want to say upon getting this, like, after I was like, wait, have I done Misfits before from Rate Your Music? And then I thought, if I did, I don't care. I just searched my notes for Misfits. Yes, it looks like if you want to go back, episode 158, we reviewed or had some Rate Your Music reviews for Astro Zombies. Or no, Walk Among Us. Walk Among Us. So interestingly enough, Walk Among Us is their actual debut album, which is the first one where they're Halloween themed, did the skull things, had the hair, you know. Went from punk to horror punk. And this album, Static Age, was supposed to be their debut album and wasn't re-released until 1997. And this one is notable for just being straight up late 70s, fast, angry punk.
Okay.
Not even any political substance or anything, just punk for punk's sake with Danzig at the front. But they're two medium-sized reviews I got, so I will get to them. Jay Weber 14 writes, some people live and swear that this is the one true punk band, and they have millions of shirts and merchandise to prove it. Hell, who knew at a time such an obscure 70s novelty punk band would become one of the most mainstream groups for teens in the 2000s? The thing about the Misfits is they have their own unique style and it works, but they are sort of like a low-budget horror, the low-budget horror of punk, as I've seen others refer to them. Sure, they can be fun and even downright enjoyable at times, but mostly they are very predictable and repetitive, and aren't really doing anything different or groundbreaking. I'd say 1/3 of the songs are solid, 1/3 are about average, and the other 1/3 vary in quality. Doesn't the first 2/3 vary in quality? Isn't that exactly what either way, I'd say they're about equal to the Ramones, but most of these are just 3-chord songs that are very fast and angry. Personally, I prefer Walk Among Us because at least that has a nice little Halloween theme and feels cohesive. This, on the other hand, just feels like 18 random songs slapped together. Sure, it may be a staple in late 70s punk music, but when bands like Buzzcocks or Clash were doing way more groundbreaking and exciting things, these guys just seemed like a bit of a novelty act with their 3 chords and silly lyrics. 4 stars.
Okay.
Talked a lot of shit for a 4-star rating, my man.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising.
I think it was less of a review of the album and more of the review of the how this band is now seen these days.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just do Dops's review real
Dive
quick.
right in.
I was never an angsty 15-year-old teenager fan of the Misfits with patches and everything, but that hasn't stopped me from being a weird fucking 30-year-old who wears panties, listens to punk rocks, and works at a university. Some punk bands are great for having interesting instrumentation and are great musicians. Misfits are not one of those bands. Passable is what I would call their chops, but they hold nothing back. And weirdly large, small man Danzig is just up there going nuts the whole time. It's a great compilation of one of punk's most enigmatic bands. 4.5 stars.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can actually just get to the point and let us know how they feel.
Right. No, it's a review of the album, of the band as it is as much of the album. And this one I clicked on this one not because of the cute, they did a non-Halloween album before the Halloween album, and this is the episode before, but also this is the most highly rated Misfits album, and people really are raving about their, the debut album they never had.
I'll have to check it out.
It's pretty good. The, what's the one on there that everyone's heard? Actually, it was funny because everyone talked about how good that song was. Let me look at the track list. And then there was one review praising the whole album and then saying that song sucked. Last Caress.
Okay.
Last Caress is on here. Hybrid Moments, Teenagers from Mars, We Are the 138, Bullet. Yeah, a lot of classics in my mind were unreleased.
Look at us now.
Look at us now, man. I mean, yeah, you are now. What's that freaking band, man? The Black Parade band.
Oh,
What?
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance. They owe everything to these motherfuckers.
They owe a whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to go back from that. Listen to a bunch of them, and then go back and listen to Misfits.
Mm-hmm. Spooky season, I might have to do it.
Might
just torture myself.
Do you have any good memories of anyone wearing a Misfits t-shirt or a Misfits t-shirt? I remember seeing the t-shirt first, then listening to the band, and then getting a t-shirt. Feel like I had earned the t-shirt. If anyone asked me name 3 Misfit songs, I was ready, bro. Go Eagles there, Bullet, Last Caress. Boom, got him.
Bravo.
Shall we finish this off? And
I think so.
Get on over to Halloween.
Let's get there fast.
Absolutely. We'll see you next week, listeners. Thank you for making it to the end of the episode. Welcome to the Real Ones Club. We got out new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. # Tuesday Reviews Day. If you'd like to send in an absurd review for us to muse over, please send an email with a hyperlink to review. Hyperlink of the review. Hyperlink or a screenshot or whatever the fuck to reviewparty.com and include your name so we can throw you credit. Man, I shouldn't read the script because I just do better when I memorize it.
I'm not going to read any script for this. Hey, if you want to reach out to us on social media, you can do so at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok, at reviewpartypod on Twitter /X. We've got a letterbox, search Review Party. We've got a YouTube, search Review Party. If you want to go to our website, reviewparty.com, there's the blog there. There's links to all of our stuff there. There's so many ways to ingest, digest, divest this content. We're serving it up on every shape and size plate you could ever want. So just take it from us. Just take it.
Take it! Hey, man. And we'd also like to thank our buddies, Nosebleeds, for letting us use their jam bread for breakfast. It's a good old song, and they got lots more good songs. You can check them out on Spotify, for example. Nosebleeds, one word. Follow, subscribe, favorite wherever you listen. Review us on iTunes or Spotify or Podchaser. Recommend the podcast to a friend. Wow. Check out Matt's newsletter. You can check that out on the Blue website too. Yay. I have a review to shoot us off here. That's not what I mean. I have a review that'll put us in the front of the firing line here from Amazon, The Little Book of Self-Care for Leos. Simple ways to refresh and restore according to the stars. Robin Boyd titles their review, Gift for My Sister. They write, I liked mine, which was Capricorn. I do not think she liked it as much as I did, but then she is a Leo. 4 stars.
Wow. I assume that's a burn.